By the time you finish watching this video, you will know something that took most people decades to figure out. And the worst part? Nobody taught you this. Not your school. Not your parents. Not your university. Nobody. Here is the truth. The average person works 40 years of their life, retires with almost nothing, and never understands why. But a small group of people, on the exact same salary as you, quietly build real wealth. Without a second job, without winning anything, without getting lucky. How? There is one shift, one thing nobody ever tells you, and I am going to show you exactly what it is, before this video ends. Let me ask you something honest. At the end of every month, does your money run out before your month runs out? If yes, you are not alone. Not even close. Studies show that 78% of people live paycheck to paycheck. And we are not just talking about low earners here. We are talking about people with decent jobs, good salaries, people just like you. And here is what nobody talks about. It is not because you spend too much on coffee. That is a myth, a distraction, something people say to make a complicated problem feel simple. The real reason? Nobody ever taught you the rules of money, and you cannot win a game you do not understand the rules of. Think about it this way. You spent 12 years in school. You learned algebra. You learned the dates of historical battles. You even learned how to dissect a frog. But nobody, not once, sat you down and said, "Here is how money actually works. Here is how to make it grow. Here is why your salary alone will never be enough. That gap, that silence, that missing education, that is what is costing you every single month. And in a few minutes, I will show you exactly why most people never escape this cycle, and the one shift that changes absolutely everything. Step 1. Understand what money actually is. Most people think money is something you earn and spend, full stop. But wealthy people understand something completely different. Money is a tool, and like any tool, it only works if you know how to use it properly. Here is a simple way to think about it. Imagine you have a bucket. Every month water flows in. That is your salary, but your bucket has holes. Rent, bills, food, subscriptions you forgot you even have. Most people spend their entire life trying to pour more water in faster, get a raise, work overtime, pick up extra shifts. But the wealthy? They fix the holes first. Then, they teach the water to multiply. That multiplying, that is called investing. And it is the single most important financial skill you were never taught. So here's your first practical takeaway. This week, write down every single thing your money goes to, every direct debit, every subscription, every regular payment. Just write it down. Awareness is always the first fix. Stay with me, because what is coming next completely changed how I think about money forever. Step 2. The rule nobody teaches you in school. Have you ever heard of compound interest? Most people have, but almost nobody truly understands what it means for their actual life. Let me show you with real numbers, because this is where it gets extraordinary. If you invest just $200 a month, starting at age 25, with an average market return of 8% per year, by the time you reach 60, you will have over $700,000. $700,000 from $200 a month. Let that sink in for a second. But here's the part that will genuinely shock you. If you wait just 10 years, if you start at 35 instead of 25, that same $200 a month gives you roughly $300,000. You waited 10 years. You lost $400,000. That is not a small difference. That is a retirement difference. That is a freedom difference. That is a completely different life. Albert Einstein reportedly called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. He said, "Those who understand it earn it. Those who do not, pay it." And here is the painful truth. Most people are on the wrong side of that equation, paying interest on debt instead of earning it on investments. So here's your second practical takeaway. You do not need a lot to start. Open an investment account this week. Even $50 a month matters. The most important thing is not the amount. It is starting today, not next month, not next year. Today. And somehow still ended up with the same amount left at the end of the month? If yes, drop a yes in the comments right now. Because you are absolutely not alone in this. That feeling has a name. It is called lifestyle inflation. And it is silently destroying more financial futures than almost anything else. Here's how it works. You earn more, so you spend more. Bigger apartment, newer car, better holidays, better restaurants. Your lifestyle expands. To swallow every extra dollar you earn. Meet Sarah. She is 28 years old. She earns $35,000 a year. She got a $3,000 pay rise last year. Within 3 months, she had upgraded her car, moved to a nicer apartment, and started eating out 4 times a week instead of 2. 12 months later, Sarah has exactly the same amount in savings as before her pay rise. Basically nothing. Sound familiar? This is the trap. And the way out is one simple rule that wealthy people live by without even thinking about it. Pay yourself first, before your rent, before your bills, before anything else. Move a set amount directly into savings or investments the moment your salary lands. Treat it like a bill you cannot skip, because honestly, it is the most important bill you will ever pay. Your practical takeaway here. Set up an automatic transfer on your payday, even $100, even $50. The amount matters far less than the habit. Build the habit first. Scale it later. And I promise, this next part is the piece most people never hear. It is genuinely worth staying for. Step 4. The one decision that separates everyone. Every single person who has ever built real wealth made one fundamental decision. Not a lucky investment, not a viral business idea, not being born into the right family. One decision. They decided to become an owner. Not just an earner. Here's what I mean. An earner trades their time for money. They work. They get paid. They stop working. The money stops. An owner makes their money work for them, through shares, through property, through assets that grow, whilst they sleep. Think of it this way. Every share you own in a company is a tiny employee working for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, no holidays, no sick days, no complaints whatsoever. You do not need to be rich to become an owner. You just need to start buying assets. Instead of only buying things that lose value, a new car loses 20% of its value the moment you drive it off the lot. A share in a strong global index fund has historically grown at 8 to 10% every single year. So before your next purchase, ask yourself one honest question. Is this an asset or a liability? Is this going to grow in value or shrink? That one question, asked consistently, will change your financial life. Right. I promised you at the very start of this video that I would reveal the one shift that changes everything. The thing nobody taught you. Here it is. It is not a strategy. It is not a secret investment. It is not some complicated financial product your bank wants to sell you. It is a mindset. The shift is this. Stop thinking about money as something you earn and spend. Start thinking about money as something you build. Every dollar you earn is a seed. You can eat the seed today, or you can plant it, and eat from the tree for the rest of your life. That single shift, from spending to building, is what separates people who struggle their whole lives from people who quietly, consistently, build real financial freedom. So to recap everything we covered today. First, money is a tool, not just income. Learn how to use it. Write down where every dollar goes this week. Second, compound interest is the most powerful force in personal finance. Starting today beats starting tomorrow by hundreds of thousands of dollars. Open that investment account. Start small. Start now. Third, lifestyle inflation is the silent wealth killer. Pay yourself first. Automate your savings before your lifestyle gets the chance to swallow your raise. Fourth, become an owner, not just an earner. Buy assets. Ask yourself before every purchase, is this growing my wealth or shrinking it? And the big shift. Stop thinking about money as something you spend. Start thinking about it as something you build. Every single day, you were never taught this stuff. That was not your fault. The system was not built to make you wealthy. But now, you know. And knowing changes everything. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are exactly where you need to be, because you are here. You are learning. And starting today, you are building.